is heard. So, Jadai Goswami to please Krishna and Radhika. A very good song he has done, Gita Govinda. Corporate is very deep, very deep, beyond all limitation of our thinking. Dhira Samire, Jamuna Tire, Basati Pane, Vanamali. Oh, you know Vanamali? Who is he? Oh, very long. Flowers, very chameli doing. And some leaves, very soft. And sweet. Oh, Srimati Radhika with her own hand he has made it and made it. So Vanmali is very beautiful. But where he is? Jamuna Tire. On the bank of very beautiful crooked Jamuna. And in a Kundi he is there, waiting eagerly for anyone, his heart. He cannot express. Vasati Bane and Maji. Why? For this, that Kirtan is done. Hari Riha. Viharati. Hari Sarasarasam. Oh, time is Vasanta. Springtime. All kinds of flowers. Whether in winter, whether in summer, in rainy or all are simultaneous in Vrindavan. Full of that flowers. Sarasa. Sarasa means full of what is the strong strength of mellow. And Hari, who can take the heart of all the gopis, especially of Radha. That is Hari, Krishna, and Mali. Eagerly waiting, or sometimes weeping. Now Radhika has come, and he is dancing, he is singing, and he is giving sadhu bhakti, praising Srimati Radhika and all Hari Saraswati. Kartal Tal Balay Nutunal. Kartal Tal Nupur Balay Avari. These are of Radhika, right? Very good tune of Kartal. And both are singing. See Krishna sing fixed Sa Re Ga Ma, and Radhika began from there. Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Dha Ni. And Krishna. Very interesting. If you want to make your heart search, then Sunu Madhur Komal Kanta Padavali Si Jai. If you want to make your heart full of rush, full of joy, and to search and to understand the Kala Vilas of Radhika Krishna, then you must be. But in the guidance of high philosopher, any Vaishnava, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like to sing all these things, or in the guidance of whom? Lalita Visakha, that is? Thank you. No. This is our aim and object. This is the aim and object. Today we will discuss about process, how can you enter in that process. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna तस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो महागदन्नाय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदाय कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय तवैवास्मि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे त्वं न मां चरणं First of all, my humble obeisances in the lordship of my Paramaradhatam, Om Vishnupada Krishna Bhakti Pragyan Kesava Swami, and Sam in the lordship of my Shiksha Guru, Om Vishnupada Krishna Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj. I have told you so many times that this is iron age, Kali Yuga. Manda, Umandam.
Praying also Ayusa Sabya Kalava Sindhu Vedana Manda Sundamata Yomanda Badu Kedusha.
The Manda Bhagyaha. What means?
No supervision.
Oh, our fortune is very bad. We are unfortunate. Full of all kinds of unwanted things. Whatever we do to be happy. But by that process, anyone can be. It is sure. So, in Narayana, all this Saunak and all other rishis, 88,000, that is Ashuta Goswami. Who Shuta Goswami? Two. One is Lomhasan and Ugrashrava, his son. Not to first, not to, he can reply. So it was second, the disciple of Siddha Sukadeva Goswami. And he said, what do you want? That you should be happy. Sabai, Paro Dharma. सवै पुंसां परो धर्म जतो भक्ति अधोक्षये अहेतु अप्रतिगता जयात्मा सम or your atma will be very happy. Here atma has two meanings. But one soul, conditioned soul. And his atma, the atma of the whole universe, who is the super soul? That is Krishna himself. If Krishna will be happy, then we can be happy. Otherwise, never and never himself a soul can be. If sun is there in the sky, all things we can see. And we can see also sun. By the mercy of sun, we can see all. If sun is not there, with light, with a hurricane, with fire, candle, you cannot see all. You can see yourself. You cannot see sun. when the mercy of Swami will come, everything will be eliminated and broken. Similarly, if Krishna is happy, then you will be happy. So Jayatma Samprasidati, by both, the soul and soul can be happy only by what? Honor by service of, continuous service of Adbhukhaja. This is Parodharma. This is the
supreme religion.
Supreme religion of all. But now, like Kali, we are all covered with Kali. What is that and sense gratification? And that is why we are not happy. So we'll have to serve Adbhukhaja. But who is Adbhukhaja? Ete chan sakala kunsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Indraya Narayanti. Oh, Supreme Lord, Swami Bhagavan is who? Krishna himself. And other arts is manifested. Like Narayana, Ram and others are very, very unpowerful. But Krishna has 4 qualities. Extra Rupa Madhuri, Guna Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, and Sri Madhuri. Any of his combinations or any one of manifestation, even Ram, even Dwarka Krishna, Mathura's Krishna has no flute. Or he cannot. He is not fond of gopis. Gopis cannot see even that Krishna. So, Krishna is Swami. Then how to please him? Anna Vilasita Sundara Jnana Karma Jnana Anurena Krishna Bhakti. Now, our aim and object, we have decided. Like in Srimad Bhagavatam, Nigama Kalpataru. And by knowledge and just Sambhad, not told to just, I know why you are not satisfied, even you have done Brahma Sutra and everything, Srimad Bhagavatam and all this. Have you written? Who Krishna was? He was Akhil Rasan, it's simple. Have you described anywhere that he can be controlled by Vatsalyaras, Sakrastu, but more by what? Authentic love. That mood of Parkiya. Have you written? And what you have written? I don't know. Have you written that Rama was not binded by anyone. Narayana cannot be bounded. But Yashoda mother binded him and he was with him and she was chastising him, the Supreme Lord. Have you written? No, I have not. Then what you have written? Have you written that, this Supreme Lord, full of appearances, very beautiful, 4 qualities, special are there. What? Roop, Gun, Leela and Vedha. Even that Supreme Lord gives his weight on the lotus feet of Srimati Radha. Have you written? I don't know. Then what you know? You should write all this. But how can it? Only it can be known by Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga. But surrender. I know what is Bhakti. Then what is Bhakti? Srila Rupa Goswami has concluded all the definitions
of
previous acharyas. Narad, Shandil, Parashar, and all that those have been. And he made it very excellent. And what was that? Anya Vilasita Sunya Jnana Karma Vritam Anupurena Bhakti. This is it. Its last mode is Madanakha mode. And last fraction is Shraddha. First we should know what is bhakti. As we explained so many times. But now here also there are so many that not happen. If even heard, but not realized. This is the barometer of all bhakti, beginning from Shraddha to Madanakha. So, this is what is the meaning? Aranyamara.
Sound is not good.
If you cannot understand, you can ask. This is like a class.
Om Jnanatimarandhasya Jnanandanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. She would have wanted me to briefly describe the meaning of Srila Rupa Goswami Pad's unprecedented and fully comprehensive definition of Shuddha Bhakti, Uttama Bhakti, Anyabhilashita Shunyam, Jnana Kamadhyana Vritam, Anukuyena Krishna Anushudam, Bhakti Uttama. The verse is divided into two parts. First part describes Tatastha Lakshan, or the extrinsic characteristics of Uttama Bhakti. In other words, what Uttama Bhakti isn't. And the second part of the verse describes Swab Lakshan of Bhakti, that is exactly what Uttama Bhakti is. So here, Bhakti has been described as Anukuyena Krishna Anushlanam, the uninterrupted.
Be careful. I can ask from anyone what he is saying. And if you will not answer, then I will take you. Very carefully you should. Anyone, I will not give up on my daughters. I can ask from them also. Here, presently, I am very.
Here, Anushlanam means. Here,
You can give here.
Anushlanam means the continuous, uninterrupted, or unbroken flow of all endeavors of the body, mind, words, and of internal emotions, transcendental sentiments. Here, unbroken or uninterrupted indicates that the chitta-vritti, the tendency of the heart, of the body, mind, and words should flow like a flow of honey from a jar. When we pour water, it may splash here and there, but when we pour honey, it comes out in one thick, unbroken stream. So it is the Swarup Lakshan, the intrinsic characteristic of Uttama Bhakti, that all the endeavors of the body, mind, words, and internal moods are flowing in a thick stream which is completely unbroken in the service of Krishna. The word Anu in Anushlanam, this prefix, indicates that it should be continuous and it should be Anugatya. That means under guidance of a liberated Acharya, a perfect devotee. Because the conditioned soul in this world, he has no relation with Krishna. But if his activities are directed towards the servant of Krishna who has appeared in this world, then his activities can be Krishna Anushlanam, or in connection with Krishna. So it's very important that all the activities of bhakti should be performed under the guidance of a devotee who is perfectly established in his relationship with Krishna. Otherwise, it will fall outside of the definition of pure bhakti. So, these endeavors are Nivrityatmaka Chastarupa and Pravrityatmaka Chastarupa. That means of a positive nature and a negative nature. In other words, only to very enthusiastically engage oneself in all of the angas of bhakti, such as Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaran, is not enough. One should also very enthusiastically avoid, like the plague, anything which is against bhakti, anything which is unfavorable to bhakti. Atyahara, Priyasa, Chapajapam, all these things. Bad association, speaking the mundane talk.
What is bad association?
Bad association is of two types. One type is the association of Mayavadis, and the other type is the association of ladies or for ladies of men, or the association of men who are attached to ladies and vice versa. These two types of association are completely destructive. Impersonalists, Mayavadis, and those who attach to the opposite sex. So, one should make a very hard endeavor to avoid the things which will destroy bhakti, and make a very strong endeavor to accept and follow those practices which are favorable for bhakti. And when this is done continuously by the body, mind and words, being under guidance of a perfect devotee, then it can be called Krishna Anushilanam. A word has been used here.
What is the best favorable thing that we must have?
The most favorable thing is Sadhu Sangha.
What kind of sadhu?
There are many types of sadhu, but the best sadhu is that sadhu who is completely internally absorbed in following and serving the moods of Srila Rupa Goswami Pai. Sajat Srimad Bhagavatanam Asudo Rasika Saha Sajatya Snigde Sadhu Sangha Sutogare. Srila Rupa Goswami Pai, in describing the 64 angas of bhakti, explains this one, number 61. Srimad Bhagavatanam Asudo Rasika Saha. One should taste, one should relish the meaning of Srimad Bhagavatam, or as we are doing today, in the association of a Rasik Vaishnava, or Rasik. Oh, who is Rasik? Not who is in Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhavamai Bhakti, but more than that, Rasamai Bhakti. Those actually relishing the transcendental mellows, they're called Rasik. And of the angas of Bhakti, number 61, first of all, try to relish the meaning of Srimad Bhagavatam in the association of such a Vaishnava. And Sajataya Shaye Snigde Sadhu Sangha Sutobare. Sadhu Sangha has three important features. Sutobare means that sadhu must be more advanced than yourself. Oh, if you have risen and come to the level of being Rasik, then he should be more Rasik. So whichever stage one is in, he should be more. That means Vare, superior to oneself. And Snigda. Snigda means very affectionate. But specifically, Snigda means that person with whom you are associating has selected you to be his Dayabhak. Dayabhak means that person who will inherit the treasure within his heart. So when we have the association of a Vaishnava who has selected us, I want to make you the heir to the treasure which I have in my heart, then that Vaishnava association is called Snigda, very affectionate, interested in our spiritual life. And the third qualification, Sajatya. Sajatya means who is perfectly established in that mood for which you are aspiring. If you are aspiring to serve Radha and Krishna or Krishna Chandra in Vrindavan, in the mood of the Sakhas, the friends, then you should hear from and associate with a sadhu who internally is realized in that Sakhya Rasa. If one wants to serve Radha and Krishna under the guidance of Sri Rupa Manjari, then one should associate with a sadhu who is perfectly serving Radha and Krishna under the guidance of Sri Rupa Manjari. So whatever is your aim and object, try to be in the association of a devotee who is perfect in that mood, and by that association, one can make very rapid advancements. So Anukulyena Krishnanu Shilanam Bhakti Uttama. All the endeavors of body, mind and words and of internal sentiments which are meant exclusively for the benefit, for the kalyan of Krishna. In other words, Anukul. Your mood is completely devoid of any unfavorable elements. Pratikul bhav rahita. This is the meaning of Anukul. There is no unfavorable mood in your activities towards Krishna. Then this definition defines the intrinsic characteristic of Uttam Bhakti. Yet still, if one is observing these things, but he is not observing the Tathastha Lakshan, which is described in the first line, then his activity, it may be Bhakti, but it can't be called Uttam Bhakti. It is Uttam Bhakti when the activity is also Anyabilashita Shunyam, completely devoid of even a smell of the slightest desire for anything but the service of Krishna. And Jnana Kama Dhyanabritam. The activities that one is performing must not be covered by karma, jnana, adi, etc. What does it mean? Karma means when we perform some activities to get something in return, material sense gratification in return. And jnana means the knowledge by which one can become liberated from this world and merge with Brahma, Sayuja Mukti. Because one cannot be free from karma and jnana. You have to have some knowledge and you have to do some activity in the world, such as taking bath, passing stool, breathing, lighting a fire for cooking. All of these things are karmas, activities. So therefore, karmas must be performed without desire for any gain, and then his activities in this world will not cover his bhakti. The word adi indicates etc. In other words, one's activities should not be covered by fruitive mentality, the desire for liberation, plus yoga, the desire to perform austerities, attain mystic powers, and dry renunciation, and all of these things which are outside the realm of the cultivation of activities which are specifically for Krishna's well-being. So when the Tathastha Lakshan and Yadvastashamyam, Jnana is present for that person who is following the Swarup Lakshan, Anukulyena Krishnanu Shilanam, then his bhakti can be called Bhakti Uttama, or transcendental bhakti, that bhakti which is put beyond tama, beyond the darkness of any type of material existence. Anugatya and Nirata.
Very good. Thank you. Now we should think whether we have bhakti or uttama bhakti or not. Even bhakti is rare. What to tell of uttama bhakti? After the mood will come, rati will come, then pure bhakti. Uttama bhakti. Otherwise no. And he explains so too. Now, this is the process. But you cannot realize without explanations more. We should begin from the very beginning point. The last fraction, last but more last, fraction seed of bhakti. Even or brings any seed from market or any reliable source, and he plants in his heart. So went to Guru and begged for seed. Have you Shraddha? No, then go. You should get out from there. And if you have Shraddha, then continue. I will give you seed. What is that seed? Desire to serve Krishna. Desire to serve, this is the seed. Oh. There are so many symptoms, external and internal. Internal very deep. You can or we can only understand external symptom. That if anyone has planted, that seed from Gurudev, taken from Gurudev. First plowing. What plowing? Cultivate. Make it fertile. And then keeping that seed. Then 6 kind of Saranagati, first it will be seen. First. And whether we have this Saranagati or not. And what is that? Anukulena Krishna. What is favorable for Krishna? To serve Krishna. Favorable for Bhakti. We say they strongly accept it. And that is not favorable. We should strongly reject. First, association. My father, my mother, my wife, my children, my beloved, anyone can. But if not favorable, reject like stool. Very strongly. And what is unfavorable, you should reject, and what is favorable, you should. This sankalp be there. And then, Rakshasati, my Supreme Lord, who is my versatile deity in my form, that is Krishna, all powerful, very sweet. He is very powerful. He can nourish and support us. He can save us from any kind of any trouble, sufferings, or danger. We must Krishna can do. And then taking this shelter. That he is so powerful. And if I will surrender myself, he must. And then taking shelter. And then Atmaniveda. Atmaniveda surrender fully. What you have? Your words, your body, your senses, everything. You cannot offer him your soul because you don't know what is soul. Whether you want to offer him, dedicate yourself. But you cannot in this stage. Manisha, upper stage, devotees can do. But we cannot know in this. By what name may help? I am Saranagatam.
I am surrendered.
I am surrendered. But you cannot surrender. In the next moment, you think yourself. How to behave? You cannot follow it. Like Arjuna, you cannot be. Like Draupadi, like Prahlad Maharaj, like Ambarish Maharaj. Fire was coming. Death was coming. And he was standing. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And miracle came. And that fire was finished. So, Draupadi, she was in the assembled, gathering people. And Dushasana with it. Power of 10,000 elephants, he was
touching cloth.
But he felt Draupadi was not nervous at all. So, if you will surrender. And being humble, this is surrender. This is the symptom. external shelter. That seed, if seed has come here, then first a sprout like this, and then more. I may die. Anyone can cut me in pieces, so many, lakhs and lakhs, but I cannot give chanting together. Like Prahlad and Haridas Thakur. So you should be ready for this. What have you given for Krishna? First thing, Krishna wants so many things. Fully dedication. Have you left your children, your father, mother? The love and affection of your most beloved wife, children, position. What you have? Raghunath Das Goswami, you know? Sukadeva Goswami, Rup Sanatan, all? If you have given such thing, then or your that will come. That Shraddha will come. And that, very strong, this will come. That if anyone touches me, I will not give up. You know that I will not go. My soul is eternal. Anyone cannot touch. You know. So he has no what? Fear or anything. So this must be there. And what is that? Last fraction. Shraddha. Oh, you should define something. You should define. Oh, you lost something.
Om Jnana Tasya Janshava Chakshu Militam Jnana Tasmai Shri Gurave.
We are telling all things for you. Oh, you should have told that, oh, I have no time. Keep it.
That's my wife. Every said it was my wife.
Be ready for bhakti. If anyone wants your one hostel.
I've shut off the phone. What if your wife called you?
So Srila Gurudev is speaking about Shraddha and the definition of Shraddha as being the last particle, in other words, the very beginning seed stage of praying. That it is coming in its very initial stages like a plant, like a seed which is planted within the heart. And Gurudev was explaining that when this Shraddha is there, then Guru, he will plant this seed within the heart, and he will give the seed of bhakti, which is called bhakti lata bij, the seed of the transcendental vine-like creeper of bhakti, of devotion. So that seed is actually the tendency in a soul that I want to serve Krishna. It is called Krishna Seva Vasana, the tendency to serve Krishna. So when someone has connected with Sri Gurudev, then this seed will be there within the heart. And the external symptom is Shraddha. So Shraddha is defined. In general terms in English, we call it like faith. So Shraddha Shabde Vishwas Kode Sudridha Nishchay Krishna Bhakti Koile Sarva Karma Krita Hoy. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has told this definition in Chaitanya Charitamrita. The word Shraddha, Shraddha means Vishwas Kohe Sudridha Nishchay. That means that he is firmly convinced, Sudridha Nishchay, completely convinced that Krishna Bhakti Koile, if I perform bhakti to the lotus feet of Krishna, if I serve the lotus feet of Bhagavan, then sarva karma krita hoy. All of my other duties
all of my other responsibilities within life, they are all automatically taken care of. I don't have to separately endeavor to try to accomplish them. Just like in Gita, Krishna is telling, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. So here Krishna is telling all the conditioned souls that they should give up, they should abandon all other dharmas. This is referring to the material dharmas of this world, the responsibilities and duty to one's family, society, nation, etc., etc. So all of these dharmas are temporary dharmas. They have nothing to do with the eternal soul. And Krishna is telling to all jiva souls, Sarva dharma parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja, that you should simply surrender to me alone. And aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksha ishyami. I will protect you. You don't have to worry about any other responsibilities if you will incur any kind of karma or sinful reactions from not taking care of those duties. I will protect you from them. Ma shuchaha. You don't have to worry or you don't have to fear. So here Krishna is telling that one should perform sharanagati, as Gurudev is defining the 6 limbs of sharanagati. And if someone has shraddha, and if someone has this seed of bhakti planted within their heart, the symptom will be there, that he is performing sharanagati in his life. He has this firm conviction, I only have to serve Krishna, and everything else will be accomplished by this. So this is the very beginning stage of the pathway and the stages of development from Shraddha all the way up to Prem Bhakti.
This Shraddha is of 2 kinds. Shastra Avdharanari and Madhurti. No, first Lokiki and second is Paramattha. Lokik Shraddha cannot take you to go unnatural. Krishna Seva Vasana. It cannot. But if you have Lokik Shraddha, if any pure sadhu is coming to your house and you pay respect or give him some favorable things to him, then by his association, that Lokiki Shraddha can be transferred into Paramattha. But Paramattiki Shraddha is needed. After that, Paramattiki Shraddha is of 2 kinds. Shastra Avadharana. Krishna has told that anyone serving their father, mother, wife, husband, children, serving his country, serving other things, social services to all. It cannot save him. He will have to go to hell. Fearing by this, anyone wants to serve Krishna, and Bhakti Yogi begins serve. And Madhurtimai Bhakti, anyhow by his fortune, past impression of previous life, then he goes to that kind of association. And he is sitting in the council of Srila Sukadeva Goswami, in the council of Rupa Goswami, in the council of Vishwanath Chakravarti, especially nowadays in Bhakti Vinod, and then also our Gurudev and Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami. This is only the process. This is. You should understand that there are so many worldly things, very necessary, but we can give up all Bhakti. We don't want to lose a moment. Because all these things cannot make me happy or Krishna. So, you should understand it fully. that if anyone be in the council of, like Parikshit Maharaj, and so many, 88,000 of Rishi, Maharshi, and so many. Mayavadi also were there in the council of Sukadeva Swami. And he was so powerful, inspired in the heart of all but you. So if you are not qualified, even you will go in very powerful association. Especially, I told you, Rupa Goswami Council, Raghunath Goswami, Chakravarti Thakur, Bhakti Thakur, others. You can get that. Seed and Madhurjamai. Madhurjamai Shraddha. Anyhow, while any fortunate, you have both. Very rare, but anyhow, for any of your past activities, impressions, or in this life, you have that transcendental saddha. But if not, it is vaporized in Hari Katha, Sarvanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Swami, in the council of fire, that it may dry. And it will not work fully. So both can happen. I know so many. The receipt of Bhakti Lata sheet. And so many, I think that in this council there are so many devotees who are brahmachari, totally surrendered to their Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, your Prabhupada. Oh, anyone may question or have questions that why Narayana Maharaj don't tell Prabhupada? Oh, only ISKCON leaders. But why then, and my question is that why they don't tell Kamal Krishna and others? Prabhupada. Why they don't tell?
They ordered the disciple to address them.
And what will be if they will call their Gurudev Prabhupada, and what will be? So our Gurudev told me, and all the disciples of the Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Swami, they told that everyone, all the disciples, they have
right
result to tell their Gurudev Prabhupada. No harm. Authentic. They are right. No one can
check them. It is not opposite of Siddhanta.
But even, we have all the disciples of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta who have made a sankalp in our heart that we will not take the title of Prabhupada. It will be reserved. And my Gurudev told, you can also tell me Prabhupada, but I tell that, try to obey me. So we are obeying our Gurudev. Your Gurudev told that you can tell me Prabhupada. No harm, you can tell. But don't praise me that you should also tell me Prabhupada. I have more affection than Prabhupada. So much more. You can't imagine how I have love and affection and salvation to him. Only speaking Prabhupada will not do. I know those who always repeated Prabhupada in Kirtan, Prabhupada in everywhere. Where they are now? No trace at all. All Prabhupada disciples. Where they are? They are against. No devotees at all. They criticize Swamiji, their Gurudev. They had doubt That feather is
Omniscient.
or not. They are doubt. And for this doubt,
Samsayatma vinasyati.
so they all the main thing, lust, sense gratification, taking what flesh and fish, eggs, wines, and that. So remember this. So what I was telling in the beginning,
Shraddha will go away if it's not waterized or not worried.
if that kind of attend anyhow, luckily, fortunately, but not what I not hearing. Anusriya. What is the meaning of Anusriya? Nirantara.
Continuously under guidance. Under guidance.
And that is why it has been told, what? If your anath has gone, mostly, even Srimatan Sarvata, Punya Samana Kirtana, you, all you can do. What is the meaning?
Just you heard from Gurudev that Guru Tattva is the backbone of spiritual life. Just like all of you are sitting here, if you have no backbone, you could not sit properly. Similarly, if you want to advance in Krishna consciousness, if you have not bona fide Gurudev, if you are initiated by a bona fide Gurudev, even you could not advance an inch in spiritual life. So, Diksha is essential. So, we have heard from Srila Gurudev from different scriptures. What is that? Guru Diksha Vihinasya Na Siddhim Na Sadgatim Tasmat Sarva Prajatnena Guruna Dikshita Bhavet. Unless until you are not initiated by a bona fide Gurudev, what will be the result? What is our goal? What is our aim and object of life? To attain Krishna Prem. What scripture is warning us? Bina Guru Diksha Vihinasya Na Siddhim. You could not get any perfection which you desire to serve Krishna, leading towards Srimati Radhika as her maid servant. Not possible at all. Not even by dream. And any other thing? Not sadgatim. Even you could not do any good destination. So, you have to please him and try to be initiated by bona fide Gurudev. So, initiation is essential by bona fide Gurudev. Just you have heard. So, if you are initiated, it is mentioned in Veda and other scripture that you could not reject Guru. But, what is but? Gurudev told us before, if you want to go for higher association, but your Guru obstruct you, no, John got you, listen Harikatha from him, then what you will do? Oh Gurudev, thank you. Bye bye. Why? Guru Ravi Avaliptasya Karya Karyam Vajanata Utpada Pratipannasya Pradityago Vidhiyate. Why? Guru Ravi Avaliptasya now is not in line. He derived from the Vaishnavism. Why? Because his spirits are in Vaishnavas. If Vaishnava Vidyasi Chet, Rajiv Goswami told in his Sandarbha, if he adheres towards Vaishnava and is not in line, then you can give him up, no offense. If you want to defense, then don't make any offense, bye bye. That's enough, not more than that. So, Karya Karya Majanata Utpatha Pratipannasya, and what? Utpatha Pratipannasya, he is intelligent, become dear, he is not intelligent enough. So you must have to give him up. That if you have no Guru, what will you do? Just like if there is no captain in boat will not reach in proper destination. So boatman needed, then what you have to do? Punascha vidina samma grahe Vaishnava Guru. Then you have to be initiated by a qualified Gurudev. Then you can advance in Krishna consciousness and you can get perfection and good destination. So, what is the symptom of Guru? So, you have heard from other speakers. You have to remember two things, Guru and Shishya. Shishya means Sasana iti Shishya. According to Sanskrit grammar, Sanskrit of the suffix kap is Shishya. Who can obey Gurudev punishment? Who can tolerate Gurudev punishment? Sanskrit of Shishya, Sasana iti Shishya. Who can tolerate, who can obey Gurudev's punishment is Shishya. No cause, he is telling anything. Oh, you don't do this, and you are not doing at all. You should not be angry. Oh, I am not doing this, why you are telling me in presence of everyone? What kind of you are? Not like this. Okay, Gurudev, I shall try my level best to obey your order. And Guru, Gaurava Guru, must be opulent mood for Gurudev. When in advance, then Gurudev will be appeared in front of us like our soulmate, not in beginning stage. From beginning stage, if we think, oh, we are like a bosom friend and soulmate, then you bound to do offense in his lotus feet. Because you are not qualified. And you are thinking, oh, he is my soulmate, he is my bosom friend. It's not proper. It will come automatically. You have not to do any endeavor. It will appear in your heart automatically, without any effort. Just like when mother your child, breast will come automatically, without any endeavor. Similar, same thing, it will come automatically. So what is the symptom of Guru? You have heard from Sivaranamaya and others. Tasmat Guru prapadyeta jignasusya uttamam sabdei parikavisnatam brahman upasamasayam. So, Guru must be, there are two symptoms. One is internal symptom, another external symptom. External symptom divided into two. What? Sabdecha visnatam. He must be qualified in all scriptures. What is the definition of scriptures? Riksam yajokaravancha bharatam pancharatrakam mula ramanche vasastamitta vidhiyate. All Vedas, Rig, Sam, Yaju, Atharva, and Bharat means Mahabharata. Pancharatram and Mool Ramayana means Valmiki Ramayana. All are Shastra, and under their guidance, and who support, any Shastra support Vedas and etc., they are Shastra. If not, no Shastra Puvatmata. If other scriptures not following them, not supporting them, they are not Shastras at all. And what about Srimad Bhagavatam? Shastra Shiromani, crown jewel of all Shastras, all scriptures. So Gurudev must be qualified all scriptures. If disciple has any doubt, Gurudev can remove like a click. Sometimes Chindanti Manavasanga Muktivi, just by such sword, can cut off your all doubt and remove forever and throw into Pacific Ocean. One symptom. Another symptom, Brahman Upasamasayam must be detached from material world. Just like, or no, I have given one example. That person came few times, one time he was there. And the whole material world, they are engaged in sense gratification, 3W and 7 Ds. What is that? Whole world engaged woman, oil and wine. Especially in Western country, without alcohol, they could not maintain their life. And 7 Ds means they are not serving God. What they are doing? Serving dog. Dog is master, his master is servant, he is going purchasing food for him market. He has not to do anything. Master is doing everything for him. Though G-O-D, reverse D-O-G, they are serving dog. So one D for dog. And they are dancing in nightclub. So dancing not with boyfriend and girlfriend. The material world is like this. After some time, they divorce. And to maintain their life, like dancing, nightclub, boyfriend, girlfriend, some money is needed. So they need some dollar, D for dollar. And for future, they want some diamond. And what is their destiny? Death. So, Guru must detach from these 3W and 7Ds. And internal symptom, Parecha Nisnatan, he must be realized soul. Just like the Sanatana Goswami part, asked Mahaprabhu, who am I? Why I feel these three torments? I don't know what is lead to my ultimate goal, ultimate good. Though Sanatana Goswami is eternal associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and same time of divine couple, for us he is asking, who am I? So, a bona fide Guru must be realized, so that means he knows who is he. What is his identification in the pastime of divine couple and identification in Mahaprabhu pastime. He must realize and he is serving both of them same time. Now, inquiry may come in our mind, soul is one, how it can serve in two places. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has told in his Jaiva Dharma, whoever in line of Srimad Mahaprabhu, after their perfection, their soul will be two, divided into two. One, you will go to Setadvip or Navadvip Dham, will serve Srimad Mahaprabhu, but the other soul will serve divine couple in Golok Vrindavan. Just like Rupa Goswami Pad, as a Rupa Goswami is serving Srimad Mahaprabhu in Navadvip Dham eternally, and as a Rupa Manjari is serving divine couple in Golok Vrindavan. So Guru must be realized soul. Who is he? What is the relation between him and divine couple and him and Mahaprabhu? Who have realized all these things is bona fide Gurudev. So we have, if you get not initiated yet, try to be initiated by bona fide Gurudev who has like these symptoms. And if someone is very qualified, very talented, can speak very nicely, but what will you result? Gurudev told in beginning, just like Sabda Sabda Nisnayat, non Nisnayat Pare Jadi, Samastasta Samaphalam, Yadhanuvarakshata. You want to get some milk, but if cow has no calf, you could not get any milk. All you have noticed, your endeavor is going in vain. Similarly, in this world, if someone is very talented, can present anything very nicely, but is not realized soul. What will be the result? Momentarily he can chant somebody, but after a few moments, all bound to give him up. So must be realized soul. If he realized soul, then all shastras bound to follow him. Just like we have heard from Gurudevas before about Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. According to the material world, he was blind and illiterate. But when Goswami of Navadvip explains about Bhagavatam, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj was passing by. But, oh Goswami, why you explain Bhagavatam so wrongly? This is not with this meaning. So if he is blind, then how he can explain properly? Then he brought him in Vesasam and paid his obeisances. Oh Prabhu, can you explain? He explained very nicely. How come? He is realized soul. So all shastras follows him. So if you can get such kind of Gurudev, then please be initiated by him. Don't miss this golden chance, because golden chance only you can get only once a life. So only if you are serving Gurudev but not serving Vaishnavas or respecting Vaishnavas, this is not also proper etiquette. So Chakravarti Thakur has told, Bhasmau Juhati Sir. If you are serving only Gurudev and respecting Gurudev, don't care for any Vaishnavas, then Gurudev is telling, Bhasmau Juhati Sir. Oh, you are not serving me properly, you want to prepare sacrifice, but there is assets you put in ghee on that. Unless until not there is flaming fire, if you put ghee, it will not be fire sacrifice. So, you have to respect Vaishnavas properly, and under their guidance, you have to serve Srila Gurudev. Then you can understand. Because Srila Prahlad Maharaj told, Guru Susrusaya Bhakta Sarvalabhar Panenacha Samyana Sadhu Bhakta Nam Istarala Dhanenacha. Our ultimate goal, to please divine couple. How is possible? Guru Sushrusaya Bhakta. You have to serve Gurudev with deep faith, with deep attachment. And how come? Sangyana Sadhu Bhaktanam, you have to be always in bona fide association. Then you can serve Gurudev properly, then Ishvara Dhanyacha, then you can serve divine couple and Sri Chaitanya, otherwise not possible. Hare Krishna.
Very interesting. So many jewels. All. My blessing to them that they should realize Bhakti. Now, do you know the name of Ekalabya? How he was a strong belief in his Gurudev. He went to his Gurudev, Dronacharya, that I want to learn archery in your lotus feet. But he rejected. Why? Not that he was in low cost. He was not qualified. He wanted to acquire. But even he went to forest, that Ekala, and made a statue of Dronacharya. And he began to practice on archery. And very soon he became so much expert, so much expert. Once, Dronacharya with his all disciples, Arjun, Bhim, Nakul, Sardev, Yudhishthira and Duryodhana and all, he was in that forest. And a dog was there, he was barking so much. And they saw at once that, the mouth of dog is full of hands, but no scratch anywhere. They became so much wonder. How expert that man is that from very far away, like Sabdavedi Gan. Sabdavedi, you know?
Yeah, the sound some can end.
By sound they can in the torch. Very expert where he is, and then they went forward and saw that, that black and very tall figure. That Eklavya was practicing archery. Then Dronacharya came nearby and asked, now you are very expert. Who is your Gurudev? My Gurudev is he. That is to be, and you are. I'm very happy that you are now expert. So, now I want some dakshina, Guru dakshina for this, that you have practiced. What you want? At once, Dronacharya. That give me this right toe. And what? He took his sword and cut down at it. For these so many devotees, they appreciate Eklavya. And they can name their disciples Eklavya. But they don't know anything. They are like full ignorant. Fools. Dronacharya knew this thing. Later on, this Eklavya became against of Arjun and devoted then even to Krishna. And Krishna took his chakra. At once, killed him. So, Eklavya is not disciple. But, very wonderful that how he practiced archery by his deity. Who gave the result? Who gave him to be expert? Krishna gives. So he had a strong faith on that deity, and he was practicing. Krishna gave that result. As gopis were, gopis were doing Katyayani Puja in Chirghar. You know? In Chirghar. But in the end, Katyayani was not there. Krishna came and give the
Benediction.
benediction. Oh, you can be with me in Rasta, in Shardiya Rasa. So give any benediction, no, any result of anything, Krishna gives. He is only the person,
Who can give the result?
not demigods, not any other. So Krishna gave, but it was mortal. This result, he became more abhimani,
Proud, puffed up.
very proud. Next we can see, come to Parsuram and Karna. You know Karna? Oh, very expert. He wanted to defeat Arjuna. He knew so many things. And for this, he came to Parsuram. And being a brahmachari, brahmachari, he went to him and requested to give him archery and all this, Brahma Vidya and everything. He thought that he is a mortal person, he cannot know my desire and anything. So he took the face of
Disguise.
this boy, a Brahman brahmachari, and went to Krishna, oh Gurudev, I want to learn archery from you. And all Brahma Vidya and everything from Brahmastra and all that. Oh, who are you? I'm a Brahman boy. He told, and he told loyal. That's how you should be. When he was perfect, after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, then he wanted to test Parsuram. He was lying down and sleeping, keeping his head on the lap of
Karna.
Karna. And a very reddish worm.
Insect.
Oh, he was cutting. And he went from this side to this side, making a hole. And so blood was coming. But Karna was saying, oh, my Gurudev is sleeping. I should not
Discharge him.
disturb. So he prepared.
He tolerated
He
everything.
tolerated all the pain. But when blood so much came, oh, his Gurudev, what is this? Oh, reddish. Oh, he saw that whole earth is reddish by it. And then, who are you? Have you told lie to me? I know who are you, but I was testing you. You are a Brahman, Kshatriya. Who was he? Who was really this son of Kunti mother, or by son, given by son. So he was not Brahmin, but he told that I have tasted all kinds of Brahmastra and all these things. And you are now expert so much, but at the nick of time, you will forget everything. When a need will come, you will forget everything. What is this? He wanted to cheat his Gurudev, that I am sincere, faithful to you. But he could not hide. He could not cheat. And when the battle was going on between fight, Arjuna and Karna, oh, he forget all this, and very easily he was.
Killed by Arjuna.
So, this is the examples of worldly, unqualified disciples. We should not fall. Now you should come to army. You know that so much rain was coming, so much cold, severe cold than California and Canada, Vancouver. Everywhere snow, like, and very
Heavy shower of rain.
heavy shower. Gurudev told to go at once in the night and you should make the
Wow.
dam that water should not go away because tomorrow we will plow it and give some seeds of paddy. Go at once. He went, but current was so much that he tried so much to make a dam, but he could not. Then in the last he lie down there to
Protect the water. Check the water.
then water somewhat checked. Whole night he was sleeping there, not sleeping, lying down. And he became like
Frozen.
frozen.
Frozen. Yeah.
Whole body was like he was dead. But even he was had so much tolerance for Gurudev because Gurudev was. And Gurudev in the morning had phoned him. Early, where you are, where you are, where you are. And then, like a dying person, oh Gurudev, I'm Gurudev came. What are you doing lying down here? Whole night? Oh, to obey your orders. Please be merciful to me. I'm lying down to check the water. And Gurudev, stand up. By all Brahma Vidya and all the essence of all the epics, oh, sprinkles my things, inspiring me. And everything comes in him. But Nirvishesh Brahma Tattva. Because Guru was like that. Then you know, Upamanyu.
Guru Dhamma.
Guru Dhamma. You know, so I am not. But you should know that there is a boy who, Brahmin boy who went to his Gurudev, Dhamma Rishi. And his name was Upamanyu. Gurudev told, oh, why you have come to me? To learn Brahma Vidya. Oh, you should go and carry my order that you should graze my cows. For 25 years and then come. And he went there. And he was grazing cows and come. Gurudev asked, how do you maintain your life? He told that, oh, when cows taking the milk of their mothers, cows, the rest I take sometimes. Or don't go. It is illegal. Go. But he not told them what to do. Again he went. And when after some days he came, oh, you are still fat. Why you are maintaining your life? Oh, I'm taking the forks of foams of mouth of cows. After taking milk, then by doing so, our cows, by chewing, foam comes. So sometimes I take. Don't do. Again do. After some days he saw that, Upaman is not returning back. Where he is? Then he went to search. Upaman, where you are? Where? Then from a well inside, Upaman told, Gurudev, I am here. Why you are here? I am blind. Why you became blind? Because I was ordered by not to take foam even. Then I was so much hungry. I took the milk of any leaf which is so poisonous. The rush means the juice of coming from that leaf, very white like milk, but very poisonous. I took and at once I became blind. I am here. Gurudev came and anyhow he and told that you have followed my orders. Oh, all Brahma Vidya should. At once he became expert of whole Brahma Vidya. And after some time he realized, oh, Nirvishesh Brahma. Huh? And I also, oh, came out. The Guru was very expert, the disciple was. You know, now you should come to. Very soon I want to. You know Raghunath Das Goswami? Very well. He was initiated by Yadunandan Acharya, anyhow, very near and dear of Advaita Acharya, or disciple. And he took shelter in Lotus feet. And then, by his mercy, he received the association of Haridas Thakur. He never tried for Haridas Thakur. But Krishna arranged, Mahaprabhu arranged that Haridas Thakur must go there. And he used to go and give his association. Though you are not qualified to be in any association, and for this, oh Krishna arranged that Swamiji should go door to door in whole Western and Eastern, Southern and Northern, everywhere. And even, you know, so how Krishna is merciful. He collected his whole mercy, embodiment. Gurudev is the embodiment of the mercy of Krishna. So his mercy was sent by Krishna. And he gave Swamiji. So, if you are honest, sincere, then Krishna will arrange. That Guru also will search you where you are. You cannot know that who is Gurudev, who is not Gurudev. But if you are sincere, Krishna will arrange. So Yadunandan Acharya, and after that Haridas Thakur went there. And by his teachings, what became? He left his beautiful, Miss Universe. Unlimited wealth. The love and affection of his father and mother. All his position. He did pranam for her. And ready, without taking anything, without resting, the way of 2 months, 3 months, he passed in only 15 days. 12 days. Trying bitterly. Oh, Sachinandan Gautama, Nityananda. And he came to Puri in the Lord's feet of Sachinandan Gautama. And then Sachinandan Gautama took his hands and gave it in the hands of Krishna is merciful. Mahaprabhu is merciful. But he could not do anything. He gave his hand to the hands of and he followed. And what became? He became very near and dear. And he became, or he was, Rati Manjari, very dear of Saru. By his mercy, he attained everything. Krishna Prem, not only. The love and affection and a special maidservant of Sri Mati Radhika, Sri Rup Manjari Karat. These. He has written so many slokas and verses and prayers. If you will know all these things, you can realize the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in him. You know Rup Goswami. You know all the Goswami. Krishnadas Prabhupada, Jeev Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Narottam Thakur. You are very lucky and fortunate to be in this line. Guru Parampara. Don't miss. Don't. Be very careful and very sincere. Don't try to hide yourself to Gurudev. Don't try to cheat him. You will cheat yourself. Anyone cannot cheat Mahaprabhu or Gurudev. So always remember, try to develop your Krishna consciousness, your full faith in Guru. There should be no doubt that he is mortal. Like me, he goes to school and urine and he takes anna dal tarkari. So he must be in our level. Don't think. And thus, Diksha kare, Shishya kare, Atma samarpan. Sei kare, Guru kare, kare, Krishna kare, Atma samarpan. Sei dehtar kare, Chidanandamaya. My blessings to you all. Today we are finishing. And from tomorrow, we will discuss all these things. I think they have met in casual that Padmanabh Maharaj, Aranya Maharaj, Sad Maharaj, Madhav Maharaj, Kondari Vidyanidhi, and and so many are here. So they will give classes. I cannot come in modern day. Doctors have want and have advised me to take rest. Though I am not taking rest, but I should take rest. So, in morning, it may be any day I may come. But I will come in evening. And I have thought that we have done here Sanatan Shiksha. Rayamanand Sambatu, who have finished Adi Leela, 3rd and 4th chapter also. What is the aim and object of our life? And then, we saw in Chaitanya Charitamrita in these things. In Srimad Bhagavatam, everywhere. First go, and then process. Without goal, what you will practice? So we should know the goal of our life. And that is conjugal love. Under the guidance of yogis. Under the guidance of Ruparati Manjari. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like the Guru, he has told all these things. He has taught all these things. He is Guru. We should not think that, we will dance and make Rosh with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Don't think like that. He is Guru Tattva. He has come as a devotee. So we should follow his orders totally and be sincere. So if you are so, very soon you can develop your Krishna consciousness. So I have thought that we will discuss some point, something that Adav Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha, Tata Bhajan Kriya, Tato Anatha Nidhi, Nishtha, Ruchi, Ashra, and then love, prema. And we will categorize, like the, according to the Annabhilasa, but stages of bhakti, like Dhruva, Prahlad, Ambarish Maharaj, Hanuman, Pandavas, and then Uddhav, and then up to Uddhav there is practice. After no practice. But you should always remember, only by the mercy, I have to causeless mercy of Krishna and his associate, you can have love. Even your asakti and all that mood, bhav, rati, it cannot come by your practice, never and never. You should not be in illusion. Only by the mercy of Krishna and by the mercy of, especially the mercy of Krishna depends on
devotee's mercy.
So try to achieve pure devotee mercy, Guru mercy.
and then it is very easy for you. But also remember, don't be hopeless in this. Especially if you lose something in worldly this world. If you lose sense gratifications, your wife cheats, your husband cheats, your wealth is gone. Don't be hopeless. They cannot ruin your or transcendental mood. They cannot touch. To be always utsaha, nishya, dhajya, tat karma pravartana, sangat tyaga, and then sato, sarve bhakti, be always in association. And so we will discuss all these things. I think that you should be prepared as we did where? Murlamba. And more than that. Very easy, very sweet, that all can. Though it has come in internet, but face to face when we will discuss, you will be very much. Go.
Srila Gurudev is trying to teach us about Guru Tattva. So far in his tour in Mawillambar and Hilo, he gave some of the most beautiful lectures in all the universes about Sri Guru Tattva. At the end of Mawillambar and at the end of Hilo, he requested that these Guru Tattva lectures come in the form of a booklet. So now we have this booklet here, and the donator, Srimati Tulsika Devi, has sponsored the hard printing of the book, and she wants that the book be distributed freely to everyone. In fact, if you know others who would like to read them, you can also take more than one for them. But there's actually a very high price. If you pay $5 for this book, then you have no responsibility. You can put the book on your shelf. We'll even give you some dust to put on the book. But if you want the book for free, then you have to promise to read it soon. And if you want more than one, you have to promise to give it to others who will read it soon. So I'll be in the back of the temple, and just after the kirtan, I'll be there giving out books for free.
Hare Krishna, please be seated. Please be seated. Hare Krishna, please be seated, and everyone can see from that side.
Sit down, please. Sit down. We're not done. Everyone sit down, please.
Any devotees who are wanting to take initiation from Srila Gurudev, please see Madhava Maharaj, Rajanath Prabhu, Mother Shamarani, and register. Aranya Maharaj, Srila Aranya Maharaj, Padmanabha Maharaj. Thank you. If you haven't registered yet, please register. I'll be in the back the next couple of days. I'd like to thank you all for coming. Please stay with us the whole festival.
I'm sure you've all noticed that we have presented Srila Gurudev with a beautiful new Vyasa song. This Vyasa song was handmade by my godbrother Sri Trilochan Das and his wife Rajabhumi Devi. Can you stand up so Gurudev can see you? Gurudev, this is the lady who made your Vyasa song by hand. And Rajabhumi Devi, are you here?
That we are, but I'm not satisfied at all. I wonder that we should make Kushasan for it. Kushasan, you know?
Straw man.
I'm not like that I should see. So you don't should take the Swami said bad.
But because in our heart, we want you to sit in this position.
But a guru which accept like this is not true. He is thank God.
Please decide.
Never.
It should be much higher.
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nitya.
Srila Prabhupada told us, one should hear the chanting from the lips of a pure devotee of the Lord. Otherwise, hearing chanting from those who are not pure devotees of the Lord will cause a poisonous effect. So he warned us right in the very beginning, one should hear such things as Krishnata, the holy name of Krishna, from a pure devotee of the Lord. And as we're hearing, this is a very high position to be a devotee of the Lord. Bhakti, first we have to get through Sharanagati, and I think having heard about the 6 steps of Sharanagati, I think we can all understand where our devotion lays at this time. So, Vidanoti Saritsatam, it will completely cleanse away all the inauspiciousness that is accumulated within our hearts over many millions of births. Once, one devotee who was greeting Srila Gurudev every morning, I didn't get a chance to speak yesterday, so I wanted to give a little offering here for Srila Gurudev also. That a devotee didn't appear at that morning greeting of Srila Gurudev when he would come back from his walk. And he said, oh, where is she? Oh, Srila Gurudev, she's gone to chant her rounds. He said, go tell her that one moment of association with me will save her thousands of years of chanting her rounds. So, this is the effect of the association of a pure devotee. That it accelerates that process of cleansing. Because on our own, we don't have the qualification, the adhikar, to get out of this material existence. And another bound or conditioned soul cannot free or unbind another conditioned soul. It was going to require the association of a liberated soul to free us up from all the dark well of material existence that we have got encaptured in. But it's also going to require some effort on our part. It's not going to just be all grace in a sense. That will come later at a higher stage. But in the beginning, we must show some effort also to get the mercy of the pure devotee, that we are like in the well and he is throwing us a rope. So we have to hold on to the rope. He will pull us out, but we also have to hold on the rope. Once Srila Gurudev was written a letter that, oh please, this mountain that we have to cross over, all these anarthas to get to the plane of bhakti, it seems so difficult to cross over. Srila Gurudev wrote back, I've gone to the top of that mountain many times, and I will gladly take you by your hand and guide you there. So do not worry. But you have to use your own 2 feet. You will have to walk. So, Shunmatan Sakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanam Hridyantasto Bhajani Vitanoti Sritsatam. Hearing from the lips of a pure devotee of the Lord will cause this cleansing action in the heart. The biggest question I find when we go around preaching, everyone asks me 2 things everywhere we go recently especially. That, why do you accept Srila Narayana Maharaj as your Siksha Guru or guide? And secondly, how is this not disloyal to your Srila Prabhupada, or our Srila Prabhupada in many cases? So, this idea comes from a lack of knowledge about the necessity of associating with a pure devotee of the Lord. Even Srila Prabhupada wrote in Madhya Lila 2271, and here he's paraphrasing something by Srila Jiva Goswami, that if the Madhyama disciples of a Mahabhagavata, Uttamadhikari, don't continue to hear the Srimad Bhagavatam in the association of a liberated Uttam Adhikari devotee, they will make no more progress. Jiva Goswami has said the same thing, that after the Uttam Adhikari leaves, those disciples in the Madhyama and Kanishta stage who have not attained their liberated position under his guidance during his manifest presence, if they don't, he says immediately take shelter of another pure devotee, they will make no more progress. So we see there's a continued continuity between our acharyas, and therefore Srila Gurudev is also stressing this point about association with pure devotees for rapid advancement in Krishna consciousness, which we should all be interested in. Hare Krishna.
Continue to this sloka. Also it has been told. Nasta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavat sevaya bhagavati uttam sloke bhakti bhavati vidyate hridaya granthi siddhanto sarva samsaya chiyante chasya karmani drishta eva. Very carefully you should hear.
Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. Those of us who have spent years in the ISKCON movement, we know this shloka very well, because we used to say it before Srimad Bhagavatam class. So, Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. Here, Srimad Bhagavatam is telling us directly, if we perform constant nityam bhagavata sevaya, if we serve both the Srimad Bhagavatam itself by constantly hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam, and also the other Bhagavat, which is the Mahabhagavat, the personality Bhagavat, the pure devotee of Krishna, by these practices of service to them, nityam bhagavata sevaya, then all of the abhadras that are within the heart, nasta prayeshu abhadreshu, all of the inauspicious things that are hampering our continued advancement and being properly, firmly situated in the path of bhajan to the lotus feet of Bhagavan, those abhadras will be almost eliminated, not completely. Here it says prayeshu, nashta prayeshu. So, not complete elimination, but elimination up to a certain point, which enables that devotee to perform bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. That means completely fixed in the stage of nishta, not wavering, not anishtita bhakti, not the unsteady performance of bhajan, but steady performance, constantly being engaged. Bhagavati uttama shloki, to the lotus feet of Uttama Shloka Krishna, who is glorified by so many beautiful poetical stanzas and verses composed by the most highly realized souls. So, when this stage arrives, then vidyate hridaya grantish chidyante sarva samshaya kshiyante chasya karmani drishta evatmanishvare. So, vidyate hridaya granti. Within the heart, there is a granti. Granti means a knot. So this knot in the heart, it is being formed from all of our anarthas and the three modes of material nature and the tendency toward kama, lobha, and lust, anger, and greed, and such. So this process of performing pure devotion to the lotus feet of Bhagavan, constantly serving Bhagavat, then vidyate hridaya grantis. This knot in the heart becomes pierced. Vidyate hridaya grantis, chidyante, sarva samshaya, and all doubts which are causing us to be unsteady in our devotion to Krishna, then these doubts also become slashed. And kshiyante chasya karmani, the cycle, this chain of constant karmic reactions, constantly coming, both pious and impious reactions, they also become terminated. And then drishta evatmanishvare. Then one becomes capable of actually having the ability to perceive the Supreme Lord Himself, Atmanishvare, as being the Ishvara, the controller of one's own soul, as one's own worshipable deity. So this is the various shlokas in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Tada rajas tamo bhava kama lobha dayaschaye chaita etayar anavidham stitam sattve prasidati. So when kama, lobha, greed, lust, anger, and such, when they become reduced, then when the chaita, the pure consciousness of the heart, of the soul, begins to become very clear, stitam sattve prasidati,
then one becomes situated in sattva gun, no longer constantly harassed and controlled by the lower impulses of the modes of nature. Stitam sattva prasidati. And he becomes self-satisfied, prasidati, within the heart. So, what is the next one? Evam prasanna manaso bhagavad bhakti yogataha bhagavad tattva vijnanam mukta sangasya jayate. So at this time, evam prasanna manasa, now the mind and the heart become very pleased, very situated in this stage of tranquility, now no longer agitated by the modes of nature. Evam prasanna manaso bhagavad bhakti yogataha. Now he becomes firmly situated in bhakti to the Lord. Bhagavad tattva vijnanam. Now he gains practical knowledge and realization of the Supreme Lord. It is no longer theoretical. Now he has Bhagavad tattva vijnanam and mukta sangasya jayate. Now he becomes actually a liberated soul. No longer is he controlled by the modes of material nature. So this whole process is accomplished through the service, nityam bhagavata sevaya, constantly hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and constantly serving the pure devotee Bhagavats, as we have been discussing. This is the essential ingredient for this whole process to be able to work.
Very good. I know so many, always reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and other Goswami Granth. But you should know, only reading will not do. Ja Bhagavat suno, your reading will not do. You cannot understand the deep meaning. You can read 100 and 1,000 times. Oh, it will not give so much effect. Only some effect. But when you go, Anusuyatja, it has been told in this continuation of this issue. That, Anusuyatja.
Yasham Vaishuryamani Am Krishna
Paramapurushi.
Bhakti Rupatite Pumsa Shokamo Vayapaha.
Then Bhakti will come. You are taking shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. But how? You should read, you should hear always those who are Sukhdev. Rashi, Nigama Kalpatoru Varitam, Sukhamukha Adambari, Pivata Bhagavatam, Rasam. It has told the process. Go, take shelter, and serve your Rashik Vaishnava. Those who know all kinds of truths, Krishna Tattva, Radha Tattva, Prem Tattva, Maya Tattva, Jiva Tattva, Guru Tattva, everything there is, all kinds of Tattva. And they are realized souls, or even not, but very sincere. Serving Gurudev, serving Vaishnava, Bhagavat, Mahabhagavatam. Like 3 kinds of Bhagavatam. Oh. First stage is Rasnor. Second, Sukadeva Goswami, Nirdhut Goswami. And third, liberated Narayana, Nidhut, Prapto, Parsad. These are 3 Bhagavats. Anyone should be right now, or in the guidance of Narayana. Better we should take guidance of Sridhar Goswami. Everything will come. And here Bhagavat them, there, Chaitanya Charitamrita, all the books of Goswami. More superior than Vedas, Brahma Sutra and others. Very quickly you can achieve Bhagavat knowledge. So don't try to read. You can read. Srimad Bhagavatam. You can read Chaitanya Chaitanya, other books. But try to hear in association or in high class of this. Then it will very effective. Otherwise, no. Even that Shraddha has come, that I told. This Shraddha or Bhakti, the beginning of Bhakti type, in the stage of Shraddha. Bhakti is two kinds, Nishtiki or Nishtiki. Where there is Nishtha, that he expressed all this. And where there is no
Steadiness.
steadiness. I think it would be better that we should continue to explain tomorrow in class. Because it becomes so much late for me and it disturbs my health. So please excuse me for this. If I was okay, or till 10, I will continue. But I cannot. But I think I have a request to these speakers, Shamrani, Padmanabh Maharaj, Aranya Maharaj and others, a special request that they should come in time. As I come, 5 minutes, 10 minutes before time, I always keep very punctual time. If you are not punctual, you cannot walk in morning, then how you can be healthy, wise then?
Wealthy and wise.
To be punctual first. I tried that never, in a special reason it may be, but always in my whole life I am punctual. Try to be punctual. Not 1 minute. So I request all they should establish this thing and they should come in time because so many devotees and not only one, I think that not less than 400 devotees. We will wait for you. So you should come in time and give process. Go, Prema. Hare Krishna. When you have arranged drama play, only one day, only one drama.
Tomorrow.
Very good. So you should. I want that you should do Brajlila and Mahaprabhu Lila. That all should beat and all should laugh. I want. And all should be inspired. Krishna Lord.
Hare Krishna. Some devotee has requested for initiation. So initiation will tomorrow at Jalakar Prabhu's house. He have to be present there between 7:45 to 8 a.m. We shall start initiation 8 a.m. So who has requested, they must be, have to sit there here. So initiation tomorrow between 7:45 to 8 a.m. And fire sacrifice will take place here, 4th, 10 o'clock, 10 a.m., 4th February, 10 a.m. And today some devotee has taken in Gurudev Mercy.
Please stand up.
Oh, Chandrika Devi. Chandrika, you know, moon is Chandra. His light very sweet and smooth, light. But that moon has no light itself, only from Radhika. So Chandrika Dasi is Radha Dasi.
Bhakti Siddhanta.
Hari 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 Bol Mukunda Madhava Govinda Bol Mana Bol